Hey guys, thank you for tuning back into my channel. I know it's been a little bit since I've posted last. This tutorial did actually take me a little bit longer than expected. I had a minor mishap with some craft glitter and an eyeball, but it's all good now. I refilmed the tutorial. I used the same glitter because I like to take big risks. And it actually worked out really well, so I'm really stoked with the result. I kept the glitter away from my eyeballs this time and everything was fine. So it's a little bit more of a funky look, kind of mermaid inspired, if you will. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the look. Please leave your comments, questions, feedbacks in the comment section below, and I will get back to you if you have any questions. But I hope you enjoy, and subscribe if you haven't already, and like it if you like it. Alright, awesome. Thanks guys, enjoy. Alright guys, so let's get started. What I'm using here is a Napoleon Purtis brow kit. It has 3 components to it. 2 of them are like an eyeshadow for your brows, and then the third component is a wax. So I've just mixed the wax in with the darker eyeshadow. That's allowing me to get a little bit more depth and a little bit more definition through the end of my brow. So I'm just filling it from the bottom up. I like more definition at the bottom of the brow as opposed to the top. Now I'll brush my brow hairs down and use the lighter color through the top of the brow just to hold the shape at the top. And then brush my brow hairs back up so they fall in place quite naturally. So to cut in my brows, I love to use the Napoleon Purtis The One Concealer. I find it is one of the best consistencies for doing this. This color is called Light, and I'm just going along with it in synthetic brush to cut it in, make sure that shape is quite crisp, and then I blend it down onto my eyelid. I find if you use a concealer on your eyelid that it actually works really well as an eyeshadow base. If you don't actually have an eyeshadow base or an eyeshadow primer, concealer works just as good. So now I'm going in with Napoleon Purtis Color Disc Skinny Dip just to set my concealer. Guys, you don't have to set your concealer. Some people would like to work with a wet base, however I prefer it to be set. I find the eyeshadow glides on a little bit easier then. So this eyeshadow again is a Napoleon Purtis Color Disc. Its name is Orange Sherbet or Orange Sherbet, however you want to pronounce it. I am just working this through the socket with my 10R brush, just really lightly, back and forward motions, and then I change into little circles as I'm doing here. And that'll just help the product blend exactly where you want it to. This now is Tequila Sunrise, so it's a little bit more of a vibrant orange, and I'm using this again through the socket, but really in the crease. So we're not going any higher than the first orange light color that we used. This is going to create a little bit more definition in my socket and work as a really good transition color. Yeah, so that's lipstick. We're going to put lipstick on the mobile eyelid now. This color is called Nymph. It is from Napoleon Purtis Divine Goddess range. Absolutely amazing. I found it quite safe to work on my eyes with, so I didn't have any troubles there. I'm just blending it in now. That's a 10B brush, so that is actually a sable hair brush, but it worked perfectly to blend the lipstick in. High voltage violet now, guys. So I'm actually using this color in the outer corner of the mobile lid, and look at that pigment. The pigment in these eyeshadows are absolutely phenomenal. That's why I forever will use them. And so I'm just patting it in to the outer corner of my mobile lid, and that again is a sable brush, which is a 10B Napoleon Purtis brush. So really patting it on here, guys. Don't flick it around too much. press it in as much as you can. So we're moving to a black color now. This one's called Queen of the Night, also a Napoleon Purtis color disc. And in the very outer corner now, I'm just creating a little bit of depth and patting that on. Take it a little bit underneath the eye as well, just to shape the eye and bring it all together. And I'm going back in with my high voltage violet with another 10R brush of mine and just bringing that through the socket over the top of the black. And I find that this really helps the black in as opposed to blending it with a clean brush. So I'm just cleaning up all the fallout now. I have a bit of my Napoleon Purtis Autopilot Primer on a Q-tip, and I'm just cleaning up the area. You could use a face wipe. That was just the best thing for me at the time. So this is now a loose dust from Napoleon Purtis. It is called Honey Child, and I'm just placing that into the inner corner of the eyes, and you find that this will really pop the eye. So you don't have to add this bit, but I found that this made the actual eyeshadow come alive. I'm just blending that in, and I like to kind of creep it up the side of the nose, just like a tiny little bit, and I find that that gives a little bit more dimension and does open up the eye. So this is now Ice Storm, just a white loose dust, and I'm putting that in the very middle part of it, and that also is going to help it bringing that forward. So now we're just going to line the eye. That's a Napoleon Purtis synthetic brush, G5, and that is Yin in Napoleon Purtis black gel. You can use any gel liner, any liquid liner for this. This is just what I prefer. So I'm just marking out my wings, pulling that through to the inner corner of the eye. If I can, guys, I will work with my eyes open. There's sometimes that I can't avoid shutting my eyes, but I do find it easier to do everything with my eye a little bit open. Okay, so now the eyes are almost complete. I'm going to start on my base. So this is a Napoleon Purtis primer, popping that all over with a synthetic brush, applying my foundation. This is look 3 in Stroke of Genius, and that's a 24R brush, my absolute favorite brush in the world. So applying concealer now. This concealer is from Estee Lauder. It is called Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer. So now we're going to play a few editing tricks and fast forward to the end of the base. Boom! So that's contouring, highlight, and blush. So I'm putting the glitter on my eye now, guys. This is craft glitter. I do not recommend it. Please use cosmetic glitter. I'm putting that into the socket and on the top of the mobile lid. Finishing off this lip with a matte NYX liquid lipstick. And we are done. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!